Okay, so what we're going to do today is make a ring from this. Actually, this is the reverse side of the United States Army silver round, but this is really a very cool design. I've been wanting to ring this, for quite a while. It says "Land of the Free because of the Brave," and in the middle it's got the American flag. So I think this would be a fitting tribute to our servicemen and women. So that's what we're going to do today. So first thing we'll do is anneal the coin, heat it up, and that will soften up the metal. Now I put on this magic marker because when that disappears, the coin should be hot enough. So let's go ahead and do it. Oh, by the way, I'm Mark with Southwind Coin Rings, and I'll be providing some entertainment for you here for about the next hour, probably. So, okay, let's go. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask away. Almost done. All right, I think that's good. So now I'll dunk this in some cool water and dry it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is punch a hole in the center of it. And I'm going to be doing a 5/8 inch hole in this one. I'll use this self-centering punch to do that. So I'll just take off the cap and put in this 5/8 inch die. Then I'll put a couple pieces of paper towel down on top of it. That'll help to protect the detail on this coin. And then when I screw this lid back down on there, it's got a cone-shaped top, and that will come in contact with that coin and center it up on top of that pedestal. So put in the punch now. Now we'll put it in this press, hydraulic press. Oh, everybody must be out Christmas shopping today. Okay, there's the center. I'll probably make a key ring out of this, and that will go with the ring as a set. Okay, so on to the next step. So the coin is kind of stuck on the punch. So I just need to take this leather mallet, kind of knock it off there. Now, gonna put these things away. Now, next step, we need to clean up this hole, because when the punch goes through, it leaves a ragged edge. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that ragged edge is a bunch of little micro fractures and cracks. So I need to clean those up. Or when I start stretching this, those little cracks will become big cracks and the coin will tear. And here's an example of what can happen if you're not careful. It'll just split. So I take this deburring tool and just shave that edge down real good. On both sides. And then I'll hit the center. Then I'll take this sanding block and just kind of go over it a little bit. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Thanks for the follow, Sophia. All right, that feels good. Okay, so that step's done. So now what I need to do is turn this into a ring, because it's just a coin with a big hole in it right now. So we'll bring it over here to the arbor press and do a process called folding. Thank you, Walter, for the follow. We'll start the folding process with this dapping block. Get it centered up underneath that ram real nice. Now I want this to be the show on the outside of the ring. So that's going to go down like this in the dapping block. Then I'll make sure it's centered up in there. And then we'll just take the ram and press it down inside that hemisphere. And now we have beginnings of our ring shape. All right, so we'll continue folding. I'm going to change over to a different tool. I'm going to use this 17-degree reduction die. And I'll start with this stainless steel cone. It's 17-degree angle also. And I'm going to push down about halfway with this stainless steel cone before it comes in contact with the detail on the inside. We'll switch over to composite material. So we'll just go down about halfway. And then I'll change over to this one. I want to make sure that it's not, if you're not careful, you can push it all the way through this and it messes up the edge if that happens. So got to make sure I don't push too hard on it. Just want it to press up against that cone. It's almost there. So that's pretty good. Okay, so getting closer to a ring shape now. It's still more of a cone. So we need to reduce this side now to be even with this side. And to do that, I'll use what's called a Swedish wrap die. And we will wrap the coin. I'll adjust this view a little bit, make sure it's in focus where I want it to be. So I'll wrap the coin up in this Teflon tape. I'll give it 12 wraps. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, then I just wrap that tape over the top edge and the bottom. And we'll center it up in this die real good, because we want it to go down straight. Then I take this pusher, center it up in there. Now we'll just start pressing this down through that die. And I keep checking this frequently, because there's a lot of pressure applied to the face of the coin when it goes down through this die, because the die is a very shallow angle. And if I'm not careful, the detail on the face of this coin will start to come through that tape. And if that happens, then it'll just get smashed. So I'm going to give it a couple more wraps just to cover the rim. And then we'll continue pushing it. And then I think after this press, I'll probably anneal it again, because it's starting to get work hardened. As you work the metal, it starts to harden. Any questions? Monkey Man says, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm reducing, well, okay. What I'm actually doing is reducing this side of this, I'm going to call it a ring now, it was a coin, to match this side. And then when that happens, then the whole thing will start to reduce. I want to get it down to size 11. So let's go ahead and take this tape off. I'll check the size, see where we are. Okay, it's about 11 3/4 on this cut side. So we need to keep reducing this side down. But first, let's anneal it. I'll go ahead and use this on it again. When that black line disappears, the coin should be heated up enough. Okay, that looks about good. Okay, so now let's wrap it up again. And keep reducing this side. So you're going to give it 12 wraps again. And 12. Okay, when that reed side starts to approach the same size as the cut side, the whole thing's going to start reducing very fast. Right now, most of the energy is going into reducing that reed side. You can see that it's starting to straighten out across here. So I'm gonna turn it over this way this time. Press it again. Then okay, so we're almost straight across there now. Let's check the size. And it's at 12 now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead. There's a rim in here that needs to be cut out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it out of there now before we start getting down close to the final size. So it'll make it easier to hit the size we want with that gone. And it needs to be removed because the ring won't fit properly with that rim in there like that. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then again, I use my deburring tool to do that. So this, when I finish this, it will probably, when I measured the size just now, it was 12. When I finish removing this, it'll probably be 13. Very close to it. This one's got a pretty big rim on it, so it's going to take a couple minutes here to get it all cut out. Thanks for the follow, Charles. Anyone have any questions about what I'm doing here? I got to be careful that I don't cut too much because I don't want to get into that detail on the inside of it and scrape it. So I just want to hit that edge. Getting there. Thanks for sharing, Jay. No, it's not brass. This is pure silver. Well, actually, it's 0.999 pure, so it's about as close as you can get to pure silver. Just a little bit more in this area right here. Okay, I think that's good enough because I'm going to have to go in with a diamond burr and clean this edge out because you can probably see a bunch of little lines in it. The tool kind of catches on these reeds and it leaves little stutter marks in there, so I'll have to smooth that all out. So let's see where we are on size. Yep, it's almost 13, so I was pretty close. I think by the time I clean this edge up, it would have been 13. All right, so now I think I might as well go ahead and anneal it again. How much is a custom ring like this? The 1 ounce rings are $159. And that will include a key ring. I'll make a key ring out of the center. Here's an example of a key ring I made for another one. Yeah, I take orders, sure do. You can order right here off TikTok or go to my website. Either way. And I use PayPal for payment, so you're protected. I know there's a lot of scams out there these days, so PayPal is a good option for payment. All right, so I forgot to, you got me talking and I forgot to anneal it. Ending with the year 66. I don't know. I have to check my stock. I can always get the 66 of like a 50-cent piece. Is there a 66? Well, definitely is a quarter. I don't know. I just have to check and see what's available for 1966. It wouldn't be silver. Probably wouldn't be silver. Probably be clad. Unless I used a proof coin. I think 65 was the last year that they made silver coins for circulation. But they, continue to do proof sets in silver. Those might be kind of expensive. Just have to check and see. All right, now we can go back over here. Thanks for the follow, Alphonse. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up 12 times again. Okay, so we'll give it a couple of good presses, and then Kennedy half is 40%. Okay. After 65, I think it was for a couple of years. It was maybe 40%. Yeah. I'm not sure at what point they just went to the copper clad. Okay, so I'll turn it over this way. And this should even things up. Then I'm going to need to check the size, see if we're at or close to 11. Okay, I'm just going to have to kind of estimate. It's just 11 1/4. So I'm just going to give it a teeny tiny press. You can see the details kind of starting to show a little bit. So I need to be real careful now. So we'll just give it a slight press. Probably just feel it move, and that should be probably about a quarter size. Kennedy House for 40% after 64 being the last 90%. I thought 65 was 90%. Last year was 69 or 70 for a Kennedy silver. Sounds like you know your coins, Junior. Better than I do, apparently. Okay, so let's unwrap it. Get a good reading on the size. So we got a pretty nice straight wall there. Thanks for the follow, Sunjust. Yeah, it'll be pretty cool when I get it all done. Okay, we are at 10 1/2, so I pressed a little bit too much. Not to worry. I know there's more I can cut here, so let's shave a little more out of there. Is the brass plunger or the plastic one better? I prefer the Delrin myself, because if you get brass off center a little bit and it comes in contact with your reed, you'll screw up your reed. What am I doing? Yeah, so I just prefer the Delrin plastic. It's much safer. And it's hard enough to do the job. If you're doing challenge coins or something like that that are really hard, then maybe you might want to go to brass. But for silver and, coin silver, it's not necessary. In my opinion. See what that got us. Almost 10 3/4. Let's see, we still got anything left there? Yeah. If necessary, I'll just put it on the stretcher and stretch it just a hair. But there's still more of this to cut, so I'll try to make it to 11 just this way. Actually, I want to leave it a little under 11 because when I go to do the fine finishing work on this rim, it'll enlarge it a little bit. So we are at 10 3/4, so I'm going to do a couple more rounds here and call it good. Because I don't want it to be oversized after I finish the fine sanding work. So we're about a little over 10 3/4, so I think that's good. So let's take a good look here. Almost looks like this size is just a hair bigger. I think I'm going to open this side up a little bit. So I've got a wall straightening set that I can use to just open that up just slightly because this is slightly smaller. It's not quite straight. So let's see, find the right one. Oops. Sorry about that. Need to come back over here. What is that from you're making now? It's a silver round. I'll show you what I started with. I started with this, and we're working on this side. This is going to be the ring side. Thanks for the follow. All right, so now got to get the right size cap, because the hole in this cap needs to be a little smaller than the ring. So this one's just slightly big. So where's the next size? This one? Yeah. So I'll use that one. Then I'll turn it over, yeah, like this, and then I'll just force this cone down through it, and it will just lift this cut edge up. I got to be careful though that if I push it too far, then we'll stretch this side, which we don't want, but I do have some room there. So I'm going to take some coconut oil and oil this thing up. Now, thanks for the follow, Daniel and Jesse and Jackie. Okay, so let me get this centered up real good under there. I'll get down here where I can see, and we'll just press until this side expands a little bit. Yeah. I think that's as far as I can go. Now let's check it. That's better. No, you're talking about this? This is called Delrin. It's a hard plastic. It's hard enough that it can be machined and hold tight tolerances. So it's a perfect material for working these coins without damaging the detail on them. Right, so let's check our size one last time. Okay, luckily we didn't enlarge the reed side when we were opening this side up, so that's good. So we're ready to. I have an eagle eye. I need a little. Oh, you think so? Well, I can't go too much further, or I'll start stretching this side. Yeah, I think your eagle eye is probably right. I think it's close enough though. Right. So now we'll do some finishing work on it. Okay. So I take this steel wool now. Gotta get things. I think maybe I'll open this view just a little bit. Okay. I take this steel wool. This is 4/0 steel wool, very fine. And we just kind of lightly brush it. How much for one of these? This would be $1.59. It started out as a 1 ounce pure silver. And I cut this out of it. But I'll make a key ring out of this, and that will go with it as a set. I forgot to. I'm going to put a patina finish on this, but I forgot to warm up the patina solution, so it's going to take a little longer. So I'll have to heat the ring, I guess, and dunk it in there. All right, so I'm going to steam clean this, get all the fingerprints off of it. Then I'll heat it, drop it in the patina, this liver of sulfur, and put a patina finish on it. Should be good. And I'll heat it. All those sparks are from this little pieces of steel wool that fell on that brick. Okay. Didn't mean to drop it. All right, now we'll have to wait for a minute or two, so now's a good time to ask any questions. Thanks for the follow, Jason, and user 1405. I want one size 10. Well, no, silver's not $1.50 an ounce, no, but for a ring that starts out as a 1 ounce silver round, it's $1.59. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have forgot to prepare the solution better. Yeah, I can do size 10. That would be easy. As a matter of fact, if you want this, I can just reduce it down to a size 10 for you. Or I can make one from scratch, either way. Or I could do the other side. What did I do with that? I could do one with this side out. Like I mentioned earlier, I've been wanting to do the tail side of this for a long time. I think it's going to make a cool ring. And I like, what it says, land of the free because of the brave. You like which side are you talking about? Finished ring is $159. Oh, okay. And I pay for the shipping. We'll see what it looks like. And I can do a high polish finish on it if you don't like the patina. Where are you? No, it's in there. There it is. Needs a little more. I got one spot there that didn't. I must not have got it clean. That must have been where I was holding it with the tweezers. This stuff smells really bad. It smells it's like rotten eggs. I have a bunch of old casino money. What kind of metal is it? I'm going to say probably yes. Unless it's steel. Steel's hard to work with. Do you know what material it is? Is it copper? Oh, darn it, that side's just not gonna take patina. Maybe I better hit that little area right there with steam again. Hopefully that'll do the job. Plastic coins? Nah. What's the pickling? It's this is the liver of sulfur. It's not really a pickle. Pickle is acid. How do I order? You can send $159 to this Hotmail address. This is my PayPal. And if you send me the money, I'll make the coin this afternoon. I can make it right here online so you can watch it. Then I just need to know, there we go, that got it. I'll just need to know if you want patina or high polish. All right, so now the next step in this patina process, dry it. And then I'll take some Renaissance wax and just spread this over the surface. And what this does, it will kind of protect the background from the patina coming off, because I want the patina to come off on the highlight, but I want it to stay partially on the background. So this kind of helps to achieve that. Okay. Now I'll go back to steel wool and just lightly hit it. Okay, and then I'll take this fingernail file . Now you can see the highlights are becoming silver. And we got good contrast. It makes the words stand out. We want those stars to be silver colored also. Okay. We need to hit the reed. Oh, you definitely want patina. Okay, no worries. We can do it. We get the inside. Okay, now there's one more step in the polishing process. I'll take one of these disposable wipes. And this will make that shine just kind of pop. That looks pretty good. And I'll hit this. I'm going to do some sanding on this edge anyway, so that's it. Land of the free. because of the brave. So, anybody have any questions? All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this now, and then maybe we'll see you back. Anybody who wants to see me make this other ring around 5 p.m. Central Time. So I'm going to take a little break and then hopefully catch you later. So thanks, everybody.